Betty, let me begin by asking, North Attleboro is not alone. I know Mayor Walsh in Boston, other leaders across the Commonwealth want their restaurants to be able to serve alcohol outside. They need approval from the state. I know on the House it looks like you're making some headway. Where does it stand?
Very good question, Peter. So it is in both houses as we speak. I believe the Senate is in full approval, and we're waiting for the House to approve. And there's some discussion going on between several of the leadership team. Some are for it and some are not. And I am hopefully optimistic that we will pass it through the House. And then, of course, the governor will have to sign it. So we're not there yet, but we're close. So that's good news.
Any idea why there are some objections?
You know, everybody has their own feelings about it. To me, it boils down to one thing. We need to support our restaurants, particularly small restaurants that have a very low margin of profit, and they've been out of business for a very long time. And if we don't allow individuals to come to the restaurants and eat outside, which we hope will happen as well, and have a glass of wine with their dinner, they may not come. And I think that's a tremendously lost opportunity. So I'm very hopeful. I've been pushing hard for it, and I think we're almost there, but not quite over the hump yet.
We are a couple of weeks into phase one.
Mm-hmm.
How are the trends going? Does it look good that we might have a phase two on June 8th?
Oh, I do hope so. I think if we don't, there could be a revolution. People are definitely need something good to look forward to. Our businesses, all of them collectively, need to go back to work. So do individuals. I think the work life will be very different. I think a lot of companies will do a lot of from home work as opposed to having people come in. However, things need to get going again. We have an economy that needs a kickstart. And I think people are ready to get out of their homes and out of isolation and go back with coworkers and customers and so forth. And there are a lot of things that people enjoy out in the world that give their life joy, and they really need that now. So I, again, am optimistic that we will go forward as planned in phase two, which begins the 8th of June.
I know tracking is very important, and I believe you either co-sponsored a bill, something to make it easier and to track numbers that are consistent across the state.
Exactly. I think we're collectively all trying to do that, as it is the right thing, and it is the way to ultimately figure out whether we're gaining or losing. And we're in a pretty good place right now. We can't continue to need to be there. And so we have to put all the things in position that will help us to maintain that good place and to increase it as we go forward.
Is there anything else that you want to add?
Well, I brought a couple of notes.
Okay.
I did want to say, for those who don't know, a tremendous blow is the annual marathon has been canceled in Boston, which is a huge commercial hit to all the businesses in Boston and a great lift for people. Everyone loves the marathon, but it was originally thought it would be postponed, but it's been canceled. So we have to put that on hold until next year. Some other things, some good news. Work is being escalated on the MBTA because of the lack of use and the lack of people coming into the city. So that's one of the benefits of this whole thing, is they've been able to really work day and night practically to improve it. And it did so need that. So that's good news. One of the things I thought might be interesting for people is excuse me, the new normal for openings for colleges and universities. First of all, there will be a lower occupancy in colleges. They will have smaller classes in larger rooms. Meals will be in shifts, or there will be go-to meals, and there will be a mix of in-person as well as remote learning. So as college students go back to their place of learning, they will find a few changes. I don't think they will be things that are barriers to necessarily their learning or even their enjoyment of being there, but they will be a little different. There's more testing going on in senior retirement homes, nursing homes, and rest homes, where most of our COVID patients, frankly, are, the greater majority. There was a bill filed to create a task force which recommends that we require notification of any new cases in these retirement and rest homes, nursing homes, of any new cases to the families or the caretakers of the individuals that reside there, so they are aware of the atmosphere in the home. Another interesting one is there has been a tremendous uptick in domestic violence, as we have heard. And so there is a plan going forward to distribute information through Massachusetts package stores, of all places, in 10 different languages, with information on what to do if you are a victim of domestic violence, who to reach out to, where to go, and how to help yourself out of a dangerous situation. So the issues run across the board. They go from everything from colleges to domestic violence. It's amazing the things we've been dealing with over the last few weeks.